Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Scorpio for the year 2010. And this also applies if you have a Scorpio ascendant. So Scorpios, this year, it's going to be about going deep inside of yourself. It's going to be about your work, your relationships, some romance for some of you that want it, and your health. So let me break this down for you, Scorpios. Saturn, for much of the year, is going to be in your 12th house. So this is an important 2 to 3 year period where you must complete up. There's a lot of completions happening. There's a lot of things passing away in your life. It's almost like you're experiencing a lot of deaths. Not necessarily physical deaths of people around you, but deaths, little deaths of things, maybe activities that you used to do that just no longer you enjoy anymore, that have to go. So there's a big adjustment taking place for you on the inner levels, and it's really going deep. And many of you are having to take time out. It's very important that you allow yourself this time out, this time to withdraw, because Scorpios, you like that, a lot of you anyway, that withdrawal time, you need that. Right now it's really, really important because there are things that are incomplete that need to get done, that need to get cleared away. So for example, are there any unhealthy relationships or situations that you need to get yourself out of, that you need to clear out of your life? These are the questions to be looking at. And then cut your losses and look forward to the future and not to the past. Between around April to July time, Saturn briefly goes back into your 11th house. And this is a time for possible final completions connected with your goals and your dreams. Really structure them. Try to get yourself clear about what you're envisioning for yourself for this next cycle that you will be coming into. So really try to get as clear as you can. For many of you, there will be some endings or some separations with friends, and some endings in some groups that you used to belong to. There's a cycle of completions for you, and gradually some of you may feel this sense of isolation. I see that for many of you, but don't be too concerned about it because it's needed for you to start building up again, building your resources and building up your strength. So it's actually a good thing, even if for the short term it may feel quite unpleasant and is for some of you quite painful. So we've got Pluto in your 3rd house all year, and this is a time where you need to be looking at your mental patterns. What are you thinking all the time? What are you obsessively, there's a tendency to be obsessive sometimes with Scorpio energy anyway, but what are you obsessively running through your brain? And are these negative thoughts? Are these thoughts that are serving you? Or are these thoughts that are pulling you down? And it's time to really analyze this, to go deeply into your thinking, to think about, well, yes, do you know what? I'm thinking about this all the time, and I'm worried about something, or maybe it's my partnership, or it's my work, or it's where I live, but I'm running it all the time, and I'm going round and round in circles, and I'm not going any further. So this is a really important time to be looking at your mental patterns, getting some power over your mind. Also getting some power over your surroundings, your environment, the people around you, your neighbours, your relatives, your workmates, the people around you. And that whole area is going through a whole transformational period. So it may feel quite unsettling in some ways, but what you will create will be deeper, will be stronger and better than ever as you move forward. It's all really going to be up to you with the mental patterns that you're willing to change and to really work hard on. I know it's easier sometimes to work on your body and see the results of that. And the mental patterns, sometimes we think, oh, are we seeing this? But boy, if you really work on this assiduously, and Scorpio, you've got the focus and the ability to do that, you will see some huge positive changes in your life when you become aware of the negative patterns that you've just got into a routine with. We've got Neptune in your 4th house all year. So many of you are dreaming about how you'd like your home to be. Dreaming about that home, family, comfort situation. So for many of you, it's not working out exactly as you'd like to. For many of you, you feel as though it's eluding you. So, and also many of you have got some confusion about this situation. So the best way through is to meditate and to listen quietly to that intuitive inner voice, because it's not really going to be logic that's going to help you with this particular area of your life. It's going to be the inner voice, the intuition. So you need again more quiet time to take out to get in touch with that. For much of the year, we've got Jupiter and Uranus in your 5th house. This is great for those of you that are entrepreneurs, that want to start your own business. It's going to pour in lots of opportunities. And anything connected with computers and technology is very, very well starred for you. It's also going to bring in some new and exciting ideas, anything that's innovative, anything that's individual to you, anything that's very creative or artistic is really got the potential to bring you a lot of money. With Jupiter there, there's a lot of potential for money to come in. Between around June and September, these 2 planets move into your 6th house of work. So that's going to be a time when there could well be some changes in your work area. Some of you may experience sudden changes. Some of you are going to feel restricted and as though you're going to need to break out. And if you're in some kind of a work relationship where you are feeling restricted, you can expect that there's a possibility that that might just end so that you can be free and you can move on to something that's more fulfilling for you. With Jupiter in that 6th house during that period, this will bring you some good fortune and the opportunity maybe to have another source of income, to have another kind of a job that brings you something in that you're learning from, that you're enjoying, and that you feel you can make a contribution, a valuable contribution. So there you have it, Scorpio. A lot of focus on self, going inside yourself, focusing on your mind and the patterns that you are maybe have ingrained in you that are not serving you, and working on changing those, going inwards to work out what you should be doing with your living situation, and enjoying the creativity and the boost, particularly for those of you that want to go into business. And it also should be good for those of you that have children or work with children. So I wish you a wonderful year ahead. I will be posting these predictions up on my website in written form for those of you who want to read it, and you may want to look at maybe having a personal reading for yourself. So I wish you a great year, and I thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.